Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate it. Let's take a walk in and around Mactan Newtown, the master planned community located here on Mactan Island. Just out Cebu City. Let's turn the camera around and go over some of the particulars. This is where the casino is going to go. They do plan on building a casino. There is no yet date set, but this area will have a casino someday. They continue the Expo Center. They're going to hold the Asian Summit. They're building a parking lot right behind those blue walls. Just to the east, you have the beach. 400 yards away is the ocean. You're going to have an al fresco viewing deck. You're going to have Wolfgang Steakhouse and a Starbucks coffee. And you're going to have a lot of small, what I call kiosk type restaurants and vendors. That's essentially what an al fresco is. It is essentially a food court. And the lagoon, right beyond the blue wall, the lagoon will start. It will go all the way toward the beach, and the ocean is only a couple hundred meters that way. And you are going to have essentially a lounging area. You're going to have a lot of cabana type facilities. The lagoon is going to be huge. It's going to be essentially a giant beach-like swimming pool, and it is going to extend all the way toward the beach. I am not yet sure if it's going to connect to the Mactan Newtown private beach. I think it is, but I'm not sure. They're going to have a viewing tower very near the ocean, like 3 stories. You climb the tower, you can take pictures. It's going to be awesome. So you're going to have Starbucks, Wolfgang Steakhouse, and the al fresco, which essentially are a bunch of food vendors, and the lagoon. No set date. Here you're going to have the casino. There you have the Expo Center, and that is going to be finished in the next few months. They're going to have that finished for the Asian Summit. Those are the leaders of the Southeast Asian nations. They meet every other year to discuss political, economic, all kinds of things that affect Southeast Asia, and it is a big deal. That's why they're putting the parking lot in right over there behind the Mega World Mactan Newtown sign. And then in between the Expo Center and the La Victoria. La Victoria is a 20-story condo building, the brown and light tan building. In between the Expo and the La Victoria, that's where they're planning a Landers store. Landers is like a Costco. For those Americans, it is a warehouse type store. They offer American type brands in that store. That's why a lot of people are anxious to get the Landers. And some people tell me SM is better, has better American products than Landers, and we will determine that. That is the Belmont Hotel, and the first floor has the Gordon Ramsay fish and burger. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
And there is no lines. It is Saturday. No lines at the fish and chips or the burger restaurant. The anticipation has subsided. And I want to walk over and show you where the Landers store is due to be built. I do not believe they have started the construction on the Landers store yet. But right down this street, off to the left, is where the Landers store is going to be. And when this street gets put through, I believe on the other end of the street, you're going to see a Viking restaurant. I believe it's a Filipino favorite buffet type restaurant. And that is going to be located somewhat behind the Expo Center and behind Landers. And this is where the Landers store is going to go, right here. And you can see this is the back side of La Victoria and One Manchester Place. That is the back side. And that is your view. Let me know what you can see. You see One Manchester, you see La Victoria, you see the Pearl, and you see the Positano. You might also see the Mactan Circle Mall right over there. And then right behind this is the Expo Center, and that is going to be completed in the next few months. And they are making good progress on that Expo Center building. For the Asian Summit. Hello, good afternoon. So that is another look at the Savoy Hotel, the La Victoria, the Belmont Hotel, the Gordon Ramsay restaurants. Thought I'd give you a quick tour of what is going on here. Workers taking a break. It is around lunchtime. You can see the fish and chip restaurant, no line. Street burger restaurant, no line. Savoy Hotel. And that is from what I understand, that is a call center building, a tall glass building. They do have a few of those call center buildings here at Mactan Newtown. It is a lazy Saturday. I heard a typhoon is coming our way. It's kind of interesting. It seems like anytime we get a little rain and some wind, they call it a typhoon. But most of the typhoons do affect the northern part of the Philippines, usually up in Manila, Luzon area. This is your La Victoria building right here. That is the entrance. That is going to open sometime this year. I brought you a couple of condo tour videos of the La Victoria. I don't get often to walk on this side of the street, so I thought I'd bring you a video from this side. This is One Manchester Place, condo building. That's the QQE English School, way up there. That is One Pacific Residences, right over there. And here's the parking garage for La Victoria. I know somebody was asking about, do they have underground parking in these condo buildings? And the answer is yes, they do. And usually the rates are somewhere in that 5,000 pesos a month, about $100 US a month for underground parking. In most of these condo buildings, it seems to be the going rate. That's One Pacific Residence, 2 towers there. I believe there's actually 3 towers at One Pacific Residences. So that is your video for today. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Feel free to share the video with anybody who feels interested in this content. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.